Ever wondered how to get that perfect mirror finish on your high-end ride? Well, today I'm here with my friend Lalo Rodriguez of Luxury Detailing and Ceramic Coating. He's going to be helping me out with a multi-step process of paint correction to get it ready for ceramic coating. Lalo, you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
So right now, what he's doing, he's spraying an iron decontaminant on your rims, on the exterior and the interior, and then he's putting a tire and rubber cleaner on your tires, just to remove any sort of sealants or anything on there to bring them back to their original finish, so that when you apply your favorite tire shine, it's going to apply directly to the tire as opposed to another tire shine that's on there from before. It's a descale soap.
Okay.
And it helps with break down any hard water deposits or any sort of minerals that are starting to bond with the surface of the car. That's why you noticed before the car was kind of beading a little bit as we were washing it. But now this product's on there and it sticks to the surface and it starts to kind of melt away any sort of sealants that might be on there. So this is one of the most important steps with the ceramic coating, because you can get anybody can install a ceramic coating. Anybody. You could do it, right? Anyone could do it. It's just really what the most important part of the whole process is, the preparation leading up to installing the thing. If you skip any of these steps, the ceramic coating that you're going to install, it might work amazing for a few months, but if you're skipping any of the steps, it's not going to last as long as it's supposed to. This right here is one of the most important ones. Right now, we're doing a full decontamination on the whole surface of the car prior to the iron decontamination and prior to the sanitation of the paint after the polish. So there's a lot of prep that goes on before a ceramic coating if you want it to last and if you want it to work how they're intended to work. We're just going to let it work. Right now I'm feeling to see if it really does need any sort of clay bar, but this thing's as smooth as a baby's bottom. This right here, it's a synthetic clay bar. It's a lot less aggressive than your traditional clay bar. And I like using this especially on newer cars because the chances of me marring the paint aren't as high. So it gives me less things to have to correct, but it's also really good at removing any pollutants that are on the surface of the car. After he rinses it, we're going to spray an iron decontaminant on the car, and that's going to help remove any brake dust particles that come off of everyone else's cars, including your own. And it's the same idea how the rims turn purple If your car was a different color, you'd be able to see that same reaction if there are any iron deposits on the car. But that's also a very important process in preparing a car for a ceramic coating is the iron decontamination process. Because if you apply a coating on top of iron deposits, eventually
you're locking them in.
Yeah, you're locking it in, or the coating is not going to stick to the surface of the car. Notice how the hood's reacting differently now, as before the water was almost breaking up more. Now it's that's what you call sheeting. So there was some sort of wax from the dealership on the car. The soap that we just used broke it all down, so now we have a bare surface on the car, and we're not done there. We have to continue to try to decontaminate the car further so that we literally have just ceramic coating, full contact with the clear coat, as opposed to anything in between. Notice how this foam that we did this particular time was a lot thicker than the last one. This is actually a different soap that we're using. And this soap actually is it's by CarPro Reset. So it helps neutralize the previous soaps that we used. And we also put that soap over the iron decontaminant that we sprayed on the car so that there's lubrication between the glove that we're using, or the mitt rather, while we clean the car. It's very important, especially when you're working with a darker paint. You really want to get in the habit of doing it with all paint, despite the shades or the colors that they are. You want to have as much lubrication as possible to prevent any sort of micro swirling on a car. Look, micro swirls are inevitable. They're eventually going to happen on the car, but the more lubrication you have between the contact of the mitt and the car, the better. All right, the car has been decontaminated on the exterior in the wash. Now we're gonna rinse it, we're gonna hand dry it, and then we're gonna pull it in and get it ready to polish. Leaf blowers make this a whole lot easier for you, right? But a little piece of advice to my South Florida people, because it gets hot. Yes, this is gonna speed up the process, but if it's a really hot day outside and you got a car that does a lot of beating, you don't wanna get in the habit of blowing it off, because if there's any mineral deposits from the water on there, you're actually helping it dry to the surface quicker. And that came from my friend Billy from Ceramic Armor Pros. Thanks a lot, Billy. All right, so everything we did outside was a chemical decontamination process. We had the descale soap, we had the iron decontamination, we had the hand wash, we had the CarPro Reset. Now we're bringing it inside for another decontamination process, and this time it's gonna be mechanical, using a polisher and using some polishing compound. This car is brand new, so it doesn't need a deep correction, but you still want to have some sort of paint enhancement to make sure you lock in the best finish possible before you put on a permanent coating on the surface of the vehicle. This is also going to ensure that there's absolutely no sealants or anything that was put on the car prior to us receiving the vehicle. This is going to remove it mechanically. Then after that, we're going to do another chemical decontamination, which is a panel prep, and that's going to neutralize any polishing compounds that we may leave behind when we do this process here. All right, now that we've done the mechanical decontamination through a single stage correction on this car, the next and last step before you apply the coating is panel prep. So every ceramic coating that you install comes with its own particular panel prep. We're gonna go ahead and do that for the entire surface of the car. This is gonna go on all of the exterior glass, on all of the exterior plastics. It's gonna go on the rims as well, the lights, and all the painted surfaces. Panel prep is very important because what it does is it neutralizes any leftover oils or residue from the polishing part of the process.